While I was working on a project, my lights went out. And I have candles, but I don't really have any place to put them. So in this video, I'll be solving that problem in a very stylish way. I'm making this mainly from solid maple. These are some offcuts from another project that are big enough to get everything I need. And the part that I'm starting with is the center column. I don't have anything thick enough to make this, so I'm going to be gluing up two pieces. And while the glue is drying on that, I can move on to making other parts. These are the arms, and there are a couple of different ways you can do this. I'm using Baltic birch plywood because it's the easiest and probably the best overall. But if you really want to make it fancy, you can do a bent lamination from strips of solid wood. After I got it roughly cut out with the jigsaw, I can get it right up to the line on my sander, and then I can use this one as a pattern to mark out the other three. And what I would really like to have done with these is to make them completely round. And that would work for one side, but once you flip it over to route the other side, the bearing wouldn't have anything to ride on because it would be cut away, making it round. So instead I'm using this OG bit and cutting a cove on all four corners, and I think that looks nearly as good, and plus it kind of disguises the fact that these are made from plywood. Makes it more difficult to see that. Now I'm going to move on to making the base, and that's a piece of 3/4 inch thick solid maple. That's around 5 1/4 inches square. Once again, this is a scrap that I already had, and it was that size to begin with, so that's the size that I'm making the base. I should mention that I'm just doing all this on the fly. I don't have any plan or anything, but it is something that I did before. I made a few of these back in the 90s. And while I was doing all that, the glue dried on the block that I clamped up earlier. I need to scrape out the squeeze out so that it will sit flat, and I can trim off the ends nice and square on my miter saw. And then I'm going to mark it so that I know how much to cut off on my table saw to take the corners off before I put it on the lathe and turn it down to the shape I want. And of course, I'm taking the time to make sure that I sand these while they're still on the lathe. Now I need a hole in the base and a hole in the bottom of this column so that I can use the dowel to join them together. I also need holes in the top of the column for the curvy arms, and plus there's one in the middle as well. I don't want to get glue all over the place, so I'm just putting it right on the bottom of the arm, and then I'll push it down to bottom out in the hole. Now back to those scraps that I cut up before, I need to cut them again to make the cups for the ends of the arms and also the one that goes in the middle. And if I had my time back, this is the one thing that I would have changed. I would have actually used a longer piece for this to have that sticking up a bit higher. I'm drilling these out with a 7/8 inch bit that happens to fit the candles that I have, but I'm pretty sure there are brass inserts that you can get for this kind of thing, and they would go in a bigger hole. And once again, I'm just putting glue right on the end of the arm and putting the cup in and pushing it down until it bottoms out. And for the finish, I'm using gloss oil-based polyurethane. I'm spraying that on with a touch-up gun that I have, small one. And I shouldn't be doing it in my shop, but it was really windy outdoors, so I thought I would quickly do it in here. It's not very big, so that helps. It was a fun project, something different anyway, and it really didn't take that long for me to do it. Although, like I said before, I've made these so I had some practice.